morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, I hope you're feeling fine. The sun is just above the hill, another day for us to fill with all the things we love to do. Oh, can't you hear? It's calling you, doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, it's time to rise and shine.
Good morning. Today's Friday. Normally I would have off, but we have mandated overtime. And you would think that in a mandated overtime situation, you could set your own hours. Well, not really. I have 8 hours of mandated overtime today. So it's like a little after 8, right? Or after a little before 9 is what I was trying to say. Right now it is 8:55. Anyway, I wanted to talk about a dream. This dream I've had before. I've had it. It's the same theme. The dream is the same in that the theme of it is the same, but the atmosphere around it or things that happen in it aren't exactly the same. For example, I have dreamt before. Well, I remember when this first started. I don't remember the time it first started, but the dream was I went to Seth MacFarlane's house. You know, the guy who voices Family Guy and other various things. The guy from the Orville. Anyway, I went to Seth MacFarlane's house, which, by the way, was a castle, and he was giving tours. I don't know. He came out in a robe not unlike Hugh Hefner's, and he was drinking and something, scotch or whatever, and smoking a cigar and being kind of a creep. But then this one entailed me and my best friend Barbie, and we were there with a group of other people, like a class, it was like a field trip. Anyway, we were there. We broke off from that group because of Seth MacFarlane's creepiness. We're like, we're done with this. Let's go explore on our own. So we did. We went away. We went off and we start to go around. But then we're being chased. And in this dream, we're being chased by creatures that are not human or of this world. Creatures not of this world. So I'd say they're aliens, something like that. But they're not, I don't think they're harmful, but we're running away from them anyway. So anyway, we're running away, and I keep finding passages to go and hide and run away. And I'm like, okay, I know this, one of these in the library, and one of these books must open a door, and obviously it does. So we go, and we are going up spiral staircases, and we're running through hallways and corridors and stuff, and we're running away. And then we find this room full of children that are trying to escape. They are the workers of Seth MacFarlane, who create Family Guy. So we find a window to the outside, and I help the children escape. The last child escapes, and Barbie's not there anymore, but I'm still trapped, running from these beings. So that's the first one. I don't know, and I'm running, but then the alarm goes off, and I'm always waking up from there. Today, same dream. I'm running away from somebody. So in this dream, it's always my house now. First time it was Seth MacFarlane's house, and then from there it's been my house. I own it. It's not this house, but it's a house that I personally own. I'm like, okay, I own this house. I know all the passages and the secret ways and stuff like that. Now, the inside of the house is laid out much like this house, probably because that's the layout I know. But it's way bigger. Way bigger. Anyways, this morning, I was dreaming. I came home. My front door is open. Or no, I was upstairs. I come downstairs. My living room is a mess. And the front door is open. I'm like, okay. Oh, looks like Russ left the front door open. He's just on his way out for work and he was in a rush. Then I look to the corner and I see somebody who is not Mr. Beast from YouTube, but somebody like him, in that he is going to give money or something. Him and like 2 or 3 of his lackeys. They are making a mess in my living room. My living room is a disaster. Things have been taken apart. He's in the corner poking around in the wall. I'm like, excuse me, what are you doing? He's like, oh, you might have heard of me. I'm so-and-so and from YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of you. I've never watched any of your show or your channel. And the lackeys are like, oh, why are we even here then, you know? And so Mr. Beast character, again, not Mr. Beast, but something in his likeness, says, I'm so-and-so, and I'm here to remodel your house. Like, that's awesome. He's going to remodel my house. Sure, alright, cool, woo, fun times. Except the problem is, he's apparently a drunk. And he starts to get the shakes. He's an alcoholic. He starts to get the shakes. So he asks, this is really unprofessional of me, but do you have anything to drink? Alcohol. So I'm like, looking at my fridge. I'm like, well, my husband has a lot of Bud Light. There's some stuff down here. Oh, we also have all this liquor over here. So like, here, help yourself. You know, thinking he'd just get a bottle of beer or a shot of whiskey or something. No, he starts drinking the bottles of booze. And I'm like, I say to this other guy sitting on my couch, I says, is he a drunk? Is he an alcoholic? He's like, well, he drinks. And he has the face kind of, you know, he's concerned, but he doesn't do anything about it because he wants to keep his job. Apparently YouTube pays a lot because he told me so. He's like, we're remodeling your house. You should be grateful. And I'm like, okay. Not that I'm not grateful, but my house is a disaster right now. You've completely ruined my living room. And now you're going into my kitchen. And I found a mouse. And JJ was still alive. And JJ was chasing the mouse. I caught the mouse, but the mouse bit me. And JJ wouldn't eat the mouse then. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that's about. But I caught the mouse. And I've taken the mouse outside. Or I throw the mouse against the wall so it kind of stunned itself. I take the mouse outside and put it in my neighbor's garden. So then, I'm like, okay, I need them out. So I'm yelling at them, you get out of my house, and all the stuff you say to people when you need them to get out of your house. Like, you just made this a disaster. You either come back and fix it right away with a better crew, not him. This drunk needs to go take a nap or whatever. And like, he needs to go away, and you need an actual contracting crew and fix this. You're gonna fix this. They're like, fine, we'll fix it. We're getting out. And so I have to force his crew out. Camera crew and all other side pieces and whatever. Forcing them out. House is a mess. But I find a phone of one of the crew members. So I decide to keep it because I'm going to call their boss. I'm going to go through their phone, which was unlocked, and I'm going to find the important number, and I'm going to figure out how to, I don't know, get him canceled or something. Anyway, I keep the phone. The guy is trying to come inside. He's coming in. He's trying to get inside because I forgot to lock the door. I'm like, no, get out. Get out. He's like, I just need my phone. I'm like, I will find your phone and I will get it to you. You need to leave right now. And they're like, fine, fine, fine. They don't want the cops called and whatever. So, I get the phone. And somebody breaks in somehow. So I'm running. He's chasing me. I'm like, yeah, I got the phone. I didn't tell him I had the phone, but he figured it out because I'm running away. So he's like, okay. He's chasing me. Like, this is my house. I know where to go. So I'm running. I'm like, all right. And I'm thinking in my head, in this scenario, I would go this way and I would crawl. And it's this house. It actually is this house that they're ruining. Like I said, it's this house layout, but bigger. So I'm running up the stairs and I'm going in my closet, and in my closet there's like a passageway to get into the crawl area, attic type place. So my dresser is in my closet for some reason, so I move the dresser in front of my door, which opens, if you're in the closet, it opens outward. So moving the dresser in front just creates a block. It doesn't stop the door from being open. Anyway, I move the dresser out of the way. I move various other things out of the way. I'm like, oh, there are those 3M filters for my furnace. Like, okay, random, but whatever. I get out and I get into the crawl space. I'm crawling. I'm running, like, okay, I'm going to go this way to get down to the other side of the hallway. And I'm going to crawl out. I'm going to run out that way and make sure he's in my room. I run out that way. And no, wait, that one goes up. Anyway, I'm running away. Alarm goes off. So I Google. It's been a long story for this, but stick with me. So I Google, or actually I ask Alexa, what does it mean if I'm running in my dream? And she says it has something to do with anxiety. Usually something to do with anxiety, but I don't know what I'm anxious about. I don't know what I'm anxious about. So, long story to say, I'm having dreams where I'm being chased. Google says or Alexa says it has something to do with being anxious. And I don't know what I have to be anxious about. But this reoccurring dream needs to stop because it's actually a little terrifying. Being chased, I don't like it. Anyway, 9:08. I'm going to sit here, sip my tea, and relax. So thank you for listening to my dream sequence. Have yourself a good day, and I'll see you later.
Gotta go to work, work all night, search for elephants, hey. We won't stop until we have elephants. Yum, yum, yummy, yum, hey.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. Stuck in my head all day. I'll even listen to the Pressure song, Pressure, and I can't remember the words now. And I listened to that one like a bunch, and that's not stuck in my head. It's just Bruno. Bruno's stuck in my head, and I cannot get it out. But you see, I have regular clothes on. It's because we're going to the Dells. Yeah, so we're going to Wisconsin Dells just because to hang out with Joshua. That's what we do. What we do. And go dance. Yay. And that's it. That's all I gotta say. So, my phone is dying. I put on the fast charger downstairs for a while. Then we're gonna leave and we're gonna go to Dell's and dance, and that's all I have to say. So have yourself a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.